We're going to review this week is the flow drill for the beginner grappling class. Joshu finds himself on the ground. Anytime he's on the ground, whether I have myself on top of him in the side mount position, where I can strike very effectively with my elbows and my fists, I can wind up and throw big knees to his body, or of course I have different submissions. Or if I'm in the mount position, which I also have multiple submissions, I have a lot of pressure, and there's less things that he could do from the bottom to get out. I also, of course, have very dominant strikes. He always wants to get himself to the guard position. If you're on the ground, you want to have the guard position. With your legs wrapped tightly around the person's waist. A couple things that he could do. He can very effectively sit up and sweep me, just like we worked 2 weeks ago. Elbow sweep. And of course, he's got plenty of different submissions you can do. He has the arm lock that we did last week. He has a triangle choke. And just for the guillotine choke as well. Those are just some of the basic submissions that we work in class. My objective from here, I could strike effectively, but he could also control the distance with his knees. If I'm winding up to strike, he can very really push away and eventually stand up. What I want to do is I want to put myself back into a dominant position. I want to get past his legs and get to the side now. First thing I'm going to do is I want to control his hips. Just like when you're driving a car, you use the steering wheel to control which direction you're going. Here, I want to keep him flat. I want to keep him on the ground, so I'm going to keep my hand on his hips nice and tight. I want to press his hips to the floor. Because if he's able to sit up and grab a hold of me, that's where he's going to start to look for his submissions and his sweeps. So I'm going to keep him flat, elbows are in nice and tight. I want to keep my butt on my heels the whole time. Good posture. I want to start walking back. As I'm walking back, my knees are coming together. One knee goes right in the middle of his butt, the other knee's going to point out to the side. Still keeping those hips pinned down. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to round my back, and I'm just going to press away, which breaks his legs apart. With 2 hands, I'm going to press his knee down, bring the same knee up. And once I break that guard apart and I put that knee in the middle, he's very limited to what he can do as far as sweeps and submissions. His objective from here would be to try to get his guard back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the under the legs pass. Right from here, I'm going to come under both legs nice and tight, clasp those hands together. I'm going to pull his butt into my stomach. Now right from here, I want to get up on the balls of my feet and take all of my weight and drive his knees towards his face. Get up on the balls of the feet, and what I'm going to do is with my forearm, I'm going to press his face in the opposite direction. Take this back hand, put it right on his lower back. Walk to the side, come right to a side mount position. Once I have that side mount position, I'm in control. I have good pressure chest to chest, driving my shoulder into his face. Now from here, I want to continue to progress to the next position, which is the mount. All I'm going to do, just like in the warm, I'm going to lift my hips up, and I'm going to sit out towards his legs. Right from there, I want to make sure that his knees don't get in the way. If I just kind of come over like this, he can very easily block me. So as soon as I'm ready to go, I'm going to tap that leg, step down with that right foot, come right to my mount position. From the mount position, obviously he's in danger, like I explained before, of submissions and strikes. He wants to escape. The escape we're going to do this week is a block arch and roll. I grab onto his throat, and I try to strike. First thing he's going to do is going to grab onto my wrist nice and tight. Other hand's going to grab my tricep. He's blocking my arm on this side. He's also going to block my leg on this side, so that when he goes to roll me, there's nothing I can do to stop myself, whether it's my arm or my leg. He wants to block my arm and leg on the same side. He's going to bridge up real strong, and then from there, he's going to roll out. Watch Joshu go through the whole move. The most important thing when you're doing this flow drill for the first time is doing it nice and slow, with good pressure and good technique. Don't apply too much resistance, just enough pressure that you can move from one position to the next nice and smoothly. And that's the flow drill for this week.